Let's talk about one of the biggest lies in modern medicine. It's a lie your doctor probably doesn't even know they're telling you. It's the phrase, good news. Your lab results are normal, but you don't feel normal. You're tired all the time, your mood is unpredictable, and your body just doesn't feel like your own. The numbers on the page say you're fine, but your life tells a different story. So, you start to think, maybe it's just you. It's not in your head. You are not broken. The system is. And the key to unlocking how you really feel is understanding the difference between a normal number and an optimal one. Millions of people experience this exact frustration every year. Lab tests are clean, but the body doesn't lie. And today we're going to explore why normal labs don't always equal normal health, how Palm Health approaches this problem differently, and most importantly, what you can do if you're stuck in that confusing gray zone. Introduction: Palm Health and the bigger picture. So where does this normal range even come from? It's based on population averages. Lab companies test thousands of people, many of whom are already tired and unhealthy, and create a range based on that data. That range isn't designed to see if you feel fantastic. It's designed to catch an obvious diagnosable disease. It's the difference between getting a C on a test and getting an A+. A C is a passing grade. It's normal, but you're not going to be at the top of your class. The lab is measuring for survival, not vitality. Think of it like the check engine light in your car. It only turns on when there's a serious problem. It doesn't tell you when your tire pressure is a little low or your oil is getting dirty. All the little things that make the car drive poorly and will eventually lead to the big problem. This is why you can feel sluggish, gain weight, or lose hair, while your doctor insists your thyroid is fine. The lab is measuring survival, not vitality. And that's a critical distinction. The normal range is just looking for that check engine light. At Palm Health, we're looking at the entire diagnostic report, the limits of traditional lab testing. The first thing to understand is that standard lab testing was never designed to measure optimal health. It was designed to catch disease once it's already advanced. Let's take a thyroid panel as an example. The normal range is based on population averages, which means if most of the population is already unhealthy, the normal range is skewed. So you might fall within that range, but your thyroid could still be underperforming for your body's unique needs. Lab companies test thousands of people, many of whom are already tired and unhealthy, and create a range based on that data. Symptoms: the body's alarm system. If labs aren't showing the problem, then what is? Your symptoms: fatigue, headaches, gut issues, insomnia, and anxiety are not random annoyances. They are signals from your body. Think of them as your internal alarm system, warning you that something deeper is out of balance. For instance, brain fog might point to blood sugar instability, nutrient deficiencies, or even chronic stress. Digestive problems could be linked to gut microbiome imbalances that never show up in a basic lab test. And constant fatigue might have nothing to do with your blood count, but everything to do with inflammation or adrenal function, areas traditional testing rarely covers. Ignoring these symptoms just because labs are normal is like ignoring smoke in your house because you don't see flames. The warning signs are there. Why doctors? Miss it to be fair, most doctors are not ignoring patients on purpose. They're working within a system that is designed for crisis care, not prevention. In a rushed 10 to 15-minute appointment, the focus is often on ruling out life-threatening disease, not investigating why you don't feel your best. If your labs don't scream disease, the default assumption is often, you're fine. But fine is not the same as thriving. This gap leaves millions of people undiagnosed, dismissed, or left without solutions. And that's where integrative medicine comes in. Functional and integrative medicine, a different approach. At Palm Health, the philosophy is different. Instead of asking, "Are you sick?" the question becomes, "Are you well?" That may sound simple, but it changes everything. Functional and integrative medicine looks at the root causes of dysfunction rather than just the presence of disease. This approach often involves more detailed testing, like advanced hormone panels, food sensitivity tests, gut microbiome analysis, or inflammatory markers. But it's not just about more data, it's about context. A practitioner takes the time to understand your sleep, nutrition, stress levels, mental health, exercise patterns, and even your environment. Suddenly, those unexplained symptoms start to make sense. For example, your fatigue might be linked to low iron storage, not anemia. Your digestive issues might stem from hidden food intolerances or an imbalanced microbiome. Your mood swings might come from cortisol dysregulation due to chronic stress. These are things a standard blood panel often misses, but integrative testing and a whole-person approach can uncover. Real-life example of the gap, the vitamin D story. Now, let's get specific with the single most common normal lab I see that's making people here in Jacksonville feel terrible. It's vitamin D. We call it the sunshine vitamin, but it's really a master hormone that controls thousands of functions in your body, from your immune system to your mood. Let's talk about a real patient scenario. A patient comes in feeling exhausted, catching every cold, and struggling with low mood. Their previous doctor ran labs. Their vitamin D level comes back at 32 nanograms per milliliter. The lab's normal range is 30 to 100. So, what did their doctor tell them? You're fine. It's normal. But is it? Let's look at the science. That 30 nanograms per milliliter cutoff was established decades ago as the level needed to prevent rickets, a severe bone disease. That's it. That number says nothing about your immune function or your energy levels. Optimal for immune health, greater than 50 nanograms per milliliter. Endocrine Society suggests levels of 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter for optimal function. Studies from institutions like the University of Chicago show levels below 50 nanograms per milliliter are linked to a higher risk of viral infections. The science is clear. For optimal health, a strong immune system, stable mood, and good energy, you want your vitamin D levels to be between 50 and 80 nanograms per milliliter. At 32, that patient isn't getting rickets, but their immune system is running on fumes. They are a sitting duck for every virus. They are surviving, not thriving. They have a normal lab value, but a completely suboptimal life. The thyroid trap. Now, for the second story I see every single week. It's the thyroid trap. Your thyroid is the engine of your body. It sets your metabolic rate, which controls your energy, your weight, and even your hair growth. A patient comes to us saying, "I'm doing everything right. I'm eating well, I'm exercising, but I can't lose weight. I'm cold all the time, my brain is foggy, and my hair is thinning." They show me labs from their last doctor. Their TSH, or thyroid stimulating hormone, is 4.2. The lab's normal range goes up to 4.5. So, once again, they were told, "You're normal." But the functional medicine and endocrinology communities have known for years that this range is dangerously outdated. A healthy, thriving person should have a TSH under 2.5. American Association of Clinical Endocrinologists suggests most patients are optimized with a TSH between 0.3 to 3.0. Functional optimal range, TSH less than 2.5. A TSH over 2.5 is often the first sign of early-stage hypothyroidism. At a TSH of 4.2, your brain is essentially yelling at your thyroid to work harder because it's not producing enough hormone. Your body's engine is sputtering. You're not in full-blown disease yet, but you are absolutely not functioning well. The old way is to wait for that number to climb over the arbitrary line of 4.5 before doing anything. We think that's unacceptable. We see that 4.2 as an early warning signal. We don't just look at TSH. We run a full panel to see your active hormones, free T3 and free T4, to understand the real story of what's happening and build a plan to get your engine running smoothly again. The solution: data, time, and a new perspective. So, what should you do if your labs are normal but you don't feel normal? First, trust yourself. You know your body better than anyone else. Don't let a piece of paper override your lived experience. Advocate for deeper testing. Ask your provider to look at functional ranges, not just disease ranges. And most importantly, seek care that looks at the whole picture, not just the numbers. This might mean working with an integrative or functional medicine provider who has the time and resources to dig deeper. It also means making lifestyle shifts where you can, improving sleep, nourishing your body with real foods, moving regularly, managing stress, and building supportive relationships. These may sound simple, but they're often the foundation that standard medicine overlooks. Stop settling for normal. You deserve to feel optimal. You deserve a doctor who has the time to listen and the tools to see your whole health picture. The answers aren't just in the lab report. They're in the trends, the data, and the story you tell. If you are tired of being told you're fine when you know you're not, and you're ready to take true control of your health, we are here for you. Click the link in the description to learn more about the Palm Health DPC model and book a consultation. Let's find your optimal